Hi, I'm Ritika Wadhwa. I'm the CEO and founder of an organization called Prabhav Global. Prabhav means impact in Hindi, in my mother tongue. And what we do as an organization is use the transformative power of cultural intelligence for impactful leadership. And God knows impact is what it's all about as far as public services go. So what I'm talking about today, in line with the theme of the conference, Inclusion by Design, is introducing the framework that is cultural intelligence that leads to inclusion by design, because it unpacks what motivates us to work with people that are different from us. Why should we even be motivated? What do we know about people and communities that are different from us, who we are meant to serve and protect? And finally, how do we translate that why and what into how, the action part, which is what today's keynote address is going to be about, in how do we translate and really be inclusive by design, by turning that drive, that motivation into action. I want to put the question to its head really. What would happen if you didn't do it? What's the repercussion of not being inclusive rather than being inclusive? So one of the examples I give during my work with my work in cultural intelligence is around, does any leader want a Grenfell Tower situation under their watch? If the answer is no, that's why organizations need diversity. That's why they need inclusion, because unless you're able to understand what your communities need, how you build trust with the community, because trust is built differently, we are different human beings. And so if you can't do that, if you don't know what you don't know and you don't endeavor to know it, how are we ever going to build the trust that is needed to serve and protect? Conferences like these are hugely important, because I do this work across blue light services. I work with the police, I work with the healthcare services, and I work intensively with the fire services around the world. And I see everybody working in silos. Actually, the problem is the same across the blue light services. In a way, it's serve, protect, take care of the community, understand the community, and provide a service to the community. So the community actually remains the same. So if you're able to learn best practices from each other instead of making the mistakes again and again and relearning, how do we build those networks? How do we understand what someone is doing better, and how can we then emulate that, perhaps, rather than reinventing the wheel? Networking, learning from each other, unlearning, relearning. This is how we will change the trajectory of how we provide services to our community.